Hello, everyone here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on Stitzer, Wisconsin here. Back again here this episode. In case you can't tell, yes, Evan, I am still dealing with a head cold here yet. Feeling a lot better today, I would say, but still really stuffed up. And I probably definitely don't sound any better, I doubt. But I would say I'm definitely feeling a little better than I was here yesterday. Yesterday was a little on the rough side there. Anyway, looks like we've stopped crashing here. I've kind of been sitting here for the last few minutes. As you folks know, this game here, it keeps hiccuping, hang-upping when you first start. And then I did myself a double whammy here today. I won. Game was running good. I'm like, okay. Oh, that's right. I need to skip time to the next day, don't I? Crap. So, yeah, went ahead and skipped time the next day. And then, of course, I had to wait another 20, 30 minutes for the game to right itself back up here again. So that was kind of annoying. But anyway, got the John Deere 710 up. I somehow managed to drive it up while the game was doing the hiccuping thing there. It was way over by field 93 here by our grass, or I keep calling it grass field. It's now a clover field, I guess, right? Got it topped off with herbicide here. We're going to head out. I figure, well, I don't know, I guess, what do we figure here? We got 4 fields that have weeds in them that we need to take care of here, so we'll just get started on and see how far we get. Was debating maybe picking up another sprayer here yet as well, just get this job done twice as fast. I don't know, we'll see what's up. Not sure yet, not sure. I think this is really the only thing we have to do here. And unfortunately, I kind of had to stop here too. I was like, oh man, it'd be nice if we could maybe skip another day or two yet. Have some more to do of them, but we got to take care of these weeds, preferably as soon as possible. So let's see what's here. You know what? Let's go down to field 76. I don't know if I've done a whole lot of work on camera on field 76, have I? Let's we'll start down on the big field here. I know I've mentioned this the last couple episodes too. I'm gonna, again, if this might be a shorter episode here. We'll see how far we can make it. So far, I've somehow managed to make it a full episode here each one of these days. Again, with this head cold. Hopefully, you folks can hear and understand me okay here with this. It has definitely been one humdinger of a head cold. It has been a while since I've had one this bad. Thinking I'm probably going to have to go back a couple years since I've had one this bad, so I don't remember having too many terrible head colds last year. I know we had a couple head colds last year, but I think most of them were pretty minor from what I remember. But this year's cold season, I'm going to start off with a good humdinger. When I mean a humdinger, it is a humdinger of a head cold, gremlins. So I think you folks probably know what I'm talking about. You get those head colds that they last about a week as far as the really bad symptoms go, and then they almost last another month before you actually fully get them finally out of your system, so to speak, almost. I think this is gonna be one of those colds where you get over the initial symptoms, but then for the next couple weeks you'll still be coughing and your nose will still be running and all that good stuff. So, oh well. Anyway, we are killing some weeds here. Nothing too high-tech here going on today. I'm, again, running the John Deere 710 here, the little John Deere 710. Not a tractor, again, I'm particularly familiar with here. I think we said this was a European model, right? I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly. Running the John Deere 250 sprayer here. Which, at least looking at the sprayer, it appears to be hydraulically driven, which I find interesting. And one of the reasons I say that too, a lot of times back in the day, I want older sprayer. At least I'm assuming this is an older sprayer anyway. I could be wrong. Maybe this is a newer sprayer. You never know. John Deere 250 sprayer here. I'm just assuming this is an older sprayer. You're pulling it with your older tractors. A lot of times your older tractors, they're not designed to run hydraulic motors and pumps and stuff like that. Obviously, nowadays, a lot of the newer equipment, you're running a lot of hydraulics. But, older equipment, typically not running a lot of hydraulic pumps, motors, that type of thing. Usually, if you're using that type of thing, then you're usually running it off the PTO of the tractor. So, I know all the older sprayers I'm familiar with, they're all PTO driven. Or I say PTO driven. Sometimes they're even ground driven, right? Or sometimes you even have a combination of both ground driven and PTO. PTO powers the pump, but then you have a ground drive, it's like ground drive valve, I guess, essentially. So as you slow down, it'll close the valve a little bit. Gives you your variable rate. Or, well, it's not really a variable rate, I guess. Gives you your rate based on how fast you're going, right? Just a little story from me here back in the day. I believe it was my grandpa's old sprayer. My grandpa had an old sprayer, very, very similar to this. It wasn't John Deere that I remember. I don't remember what brand sprayer my grandpa had to get him one, but like I said, looked almost identical to this. Was PTO driven though, and yeah, that was where he got his arm caught in a PTO there one time, and that was almost a very bad situation. Somehow I managed to call for my grandma. My grandma got out there fast enough to shut the tractor off before things got really bad. Still, I don't remember exactly what damage it did again. It definitely didn't do his arm any good, but it wasn't bad either from what I remember. I don't think there was any broken bones or anything like that. Just tore up some skin from what I remember. I think it ripped the sleeve off the overalls he was wearing, if I remember correctly. But yeah, definitely got to be careful with that stuff. Having PTOs and stuff like that, they are extremely dangerous. Not entirely sure how or what happened with my grandpa's case. Someone just also knows almost was really bad. He somehow got something caught. I'm just guessing that one maybe something on his overalls or coveralls. What do you call them? There's a good question. Are they overalls or coveralls? On his overalls or coveralls. Got caught in the PTO probably and then sucked him in, I'm guessing. And at least from what I remember, like I said, I think it ripped the sleeve off. And yeah, definitely got some lacerations from what I remember. But again, nothing serious. So thankful for that. I know some of you folks probably have some stories as well. Some of them, unfortunately, do not end as well. Again, like I said, gotta be careful of those PTO. There's for those who look at the PTO shafts, you see those warning messages on there. You know what they say about warning messages? There's usually a reason, right? Well, unfortunately, there is a reason. Unfortunately, those warning messages aren't too far from the truth. My grandpa's case, again, I don't remember what sprayer he had. I don't know if it even had a brand name on it from what I remember of one. I would say it was probably about identical size to this one. And my grandpa pulled it with a John Deere 2010. John Deere 2010, which I think that's like a 40 horsepower tractor or something like that from what I remember. For those who are curious, there are videos on my channel of that tractor. I don't know that we necessarily did a restoration on it per se, but we did some work on that tractor. Got it up and running good. Well, as good as it could be for that tractor. Gave it kind of a quick and dirty paint job as well. My grandpa kept it down in the basement of his barn, so the basement of the barn tended to be a bit of a damp location, so didn't do the tractor any good as far as the paint was concerned. Basement was where the cows and all that stuff was kept, right? So two sides were dirt, two sides were kind of sort of open, so I'm gonna call it a basement, but I think we've almost made it around the field here. Oh, that's going to be one of those scenarios where once I made it around once, I'm just going to be kind of hard to tell where we haven't sprayed, isn't it? For those of you familiar with the John Deere tractors, the John Deere 2010 is not a well looked upon tractor. most people look down pretty hard on the John Deere 2010. Just my opinion. Not a bad little tractor, if you ask me. The only problem with the John Deere 2010 is if you have to work on it. It is not an easy tractor to work on. It really, really sucks. Like the engineers behind that one apparently put that one together, so yeah, they're rubbing their hands together like, yeah, wait till they have to take this one apart. They'll love it. Oh yes, yeah. Like I said, just my opinion. I mean, I know some of you folks maybe familiar with the 2010 might disagree with me, but I'm going to argue decent, nice little tractor. I know my grandpa's tractor, always a great running little tractor. My grandpa had a gas version of it. It was a gas John Deere 2010. Always a nice little tractor. Sometimes a little bit of a hard starter sometimes, but, again, kind of a whole issue with the gas there, carburetors, all that good stuff. Keep clean, good spark plugs and all that good stuff. Usually it was a pretty good one. At least in my grandpa's case, too, really never, from what I remember, had to do much work on it. Like I said, it was always a good, reliable tractor for my grandpa. Well, at some point, probably should stop here, maybe do a little shop and see if we got anything else for sprayers here. Get a second sprayer going on some of these fields so we get this job done a little bit quicker here. Reminder again, too, by the way, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, always very much appreciated. And, of course, as always, if you like the video, well, hopefully you know what to do. Click that thumbs up icon there. And don't forget to turn on your notifications there as well. Speaking of notifications, by the way, when we are getting closer and closer to Farming Simulator 25. Or what are we, 10 days? No, 9 days, right? 9 days away, I do believe, if I'm doing the math right. No, wait a minute, 8 days. Is it 8 days? I always get confused because I got to go look. Okay, the day I'm recording this, everyone. The day this video is going live. This video is going live 3rd. Yes. Okay, so yeah, no, 9 days. Back to the 9 days, that one. I know you folks are getting your hopes up as well. And of course, I say it might actually be 8 days, that one, for those of you who follow what Giants is pretty much done with every single version of Farming Simulator. They go based on... Oh, what is the time zone again? I forget what time zone they go based on. So, at least for us here in the U.S., usually it gets released like, was it 7 o'clock the day before, usually. So, I believe November 12th it's supposed to be released. But again, like I said, usually if you go by the universal release date there, which again, I forget what time zone they do that again in everyone, but usually ends up being, so November 11th, 6 or 7 o'clock, if I remember correctly, something like that. At least if it's going to be like all the previous versions of the game anyway. Guess we can't kill those weeds, can we? Wow, that's strange. Let me shut this off here a minute. I mean, I know it doesn't make. Why would we not be able to kill those weeds? Weird. I don't know, but that is a little strange. I think what we'll do, we'll finish this headland here real quick. Well, let's do a little quick shopping here as well. See if there's any other good sprayer mods we have. Again, as a reminder, trying to keep it a little bit more old school here on this series. So we did have the old Alice Chalmers here last time. We'll maybe use that last time. See if we can find something different here this time around. I don't know if I have any other good older sprayers here or not. Oh, missing a couple weeds here. Need a little closer. Need the foam on this one here so we can see where we haven't sprayed, right? Who remembers that? Yeah, I mean, back in the day before GPS was common, you used to have foam markers on your sprayer booms. That's pretty much a thing in the past. I very much doubt sprayers even come equipped with that anymore. I'm betting that's probably not even an option anymore, one. Like I said, it used to be back in the day when you always had the foam markers on the end of each boom, so you could tell where you haven't sprayed. Just leave big blobs of foam randomly throughout the field. Yeah, there we go. Almost twice around the field here. Just a little bit to finish off here in this part. And we'll be 2 headlands down. Okay, there we go. Let's like I said, let's go do a little shopping here real quick, man. Everyone, see once what we can find. Anything under the self-propelled? Oh, we do have the old Massey Ferguson. Don't know that would necessarily fit our more American map we got going on here, but that would be an old school one. We also got a Terrogator, but I think this is more for fertilizer, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is a fertilizer model here as far as I know. Yeah, fertilizer and lime. Okay, so that kind of rules that one out. Oh, what do we got under sprayers here? I think the John Deere 250 might be like the only older, smaller sprayer I have, which, I guess we could always get a second one of these. Nothing necessarily wrong with that. 250. Another John Deere 250 sprayer here. I think we might just go that route. I'm going to get another 250 here. We get 2 fields sprayed at once. Yeah, that should all be good. I don't think there's anything else we got to change on this here. Track width. Oh, you can widen and narrow it out. Okay. I don't know what would apply in our case here for our row crop spacing, so sure, we'll just leave it at track width 1. Let's we'll get you going on course play here. Get course going for this field, and we'll go get the second sprayer going here. Took a minute to generate one for that field there. Okay, nearest way, where is actually the start point? Oh, I turn it on. Right there. Let's see what's here. Yeah, let's, I've got 2 headlands technically done on this field. So if we go about here, that should be where the second one is, right? Let's double check that. Oh yeah, pretty close. Nearest waypoint, drive the course. Like I said, he'll probably repeat just a little bit of this second headland here, then he should switch to the third headland. Okay, let's go get our new sprayer here. Hopefully it's up front here. Hopefully our shot point is still where it's supposed to be. Probably should move some of this equipment out here, so if it is up here, it can actually still show up here. Uh-oh, not seeing it. That's not good. Not seeing another sprayer. But okay, where's the shop buy point keeps getting moved to? I'm gonna, yeah, no idea. It did buy. Let's double check and make sure we actually bought it here. Never know sometimes. Yep, we do have 2 of them. Okay, where's the second one? This is an excellent question. Not seeing the shop icon on the map there, so that's got me concerned. Again, I think with the whole game hiccuping issue, Evan, I think that throws that shop trigger off sometimes. I don't know where it is, though. That's the problem. Where? Like, really, where in the world? Where is it? Nope, doesn't appear to be. Oh, here we go. It's over there. Yeah. Found it. Yeah, obviously not supposed to be back there. Let's see. Let's see if we can reset that a minute. I gotta remember here, Shift, Alt, S. I think that resets it, right? Yes, it did. Okay, perfect. Note to self. Probably should remove this stuff out of here so it's not all over there, but yeah, we'll get to that sometime. Okay, so our sprayer should be over here somewhere. Oh yeah, I see it. It's up in the cow barn there. That should be real fun to get out of there, everyone. Yeah, that should be real fun to get out of there. Oh, left this big mess of bales over here. Speaking of bales, by the way, we're getting desperately low on silage bales. Oh boy, this is going to be... I think she's stuck, Evan. The tires are stuck in the wall. This might be a reset. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that, Evan. Yeah, let's see if we can reset that. There we go. Okay, that should be better. Now it'll probably be stuck in one of the tractors I have out here, except the shop mod one. It should space it out so that doesn't happen. Speaking of which, turning the triggers back on here a minute so I can see all that stuff. Yep, I see the sprayer there. Hopefully that's good. Yeah, maybe not the greatest, but that might work. And I'm thinking, let's grab one of our other older tractors here. How about an old Minneapolis Moline? I don't think this even has a number on it, right? It's just a Minneapolis Moline. Got hydraulics on it at least. Should be able to run the sprayer, right? And going back to that discussion we had earlier about, you know, older tractors and hydraulics, right? Say, did I miss something here? Why is that no attachment? What in the world? Okay. Range. Maybe we won't be using this tractor here then. Let's shut it off here. Let's try the other Minneapolis Moline then, I guess. That is kind of weird. Got a Minneapolis Moline 302 here. Okay, that one works. And do I have more spray? Yes, I do, I think. I think that's spray on the back of the trailer. Let's top this one off. We'll head over to the next field. Like I said, we got 4 fields that need to be sprayed, so... Nope. Okay, well then. I think we need to buy more. I don't think this one's, I think this one's liquid fertilizer here. Yes, it is. Okay, looks like that was our last tote of killer here. So let's get another tote of that. We'll buy the Cortiva instead of the Helm. Never really did, to be honest, understand why Giants bothered putting two of these in the game. Like, do we really need two different brands? I mean, does it really make a difference? Guess they thought so, so, whatever. Both exactly the same. 264 gallons later. And I forget if the field in front of us here is one of these fields that need to be sprayed or not. It doesn't look like it. I don't see any weeds on this one. Double check that here a minute. Field 78 is good. Okay, well, we'll head over to the next one then. Very careful. We got corn on this one, soybeans on the next one. Gotta watch your chemical on that one. Fortunately, we don't have to watch that in the game. I mean, otherwise that could, bad things could happen, right? Didn't clear the tree. There we go. A lot of weeds in this field. A reminder, again, we're not playing with precision farming, everyone, so when it comes to weeds, we get a field full of weeds. Anyway, let's head over to the comment section here a moment and see what you folks had to say here for a last episode. Ooh, it's almost time to wrap it up this episode too, isn't it? Well, at least see if we can read a few comments here in a minute. Willards was saying the John Deere Model A is the most produced John Deere tractor with over 320,000 units sold from 1934 to 1953. Wow, quite a few years they're telling me. That's 1934 to 1953. That is, gotta watch where we're going here. Field goes this way. Couldn't tell behind the tree that I'm like, where's the field going? It's almost 20 years of production for a tractor. I mean, that's like how many tractors get produced for 20 years nowadays, right? Say nowadays, probably most of them are what, maybe 5 years, and then we're on to the next model. He also says, good video. Thank you very much for that. Tommy was saying the John Deere D was produced 30 years from 1923 to 1953. Wow. 30 years. Wow. That is a long production run. I mean, if you think about it, at least if you ask me anyway. Again, I'm going to say most newer tractors nowadays, probably what, 5 years, maybe 4? Okay, we'll have to make this the last comment here. Bud was saying, to answer your question, there are two problems with the 7400 version of Courseplay. I couldn't use the crop rotation mod or the player position saver, sleep anywhere, and precision packed together. Interesting. Random bunch of mods that, that's kind of a weird combination of mods that wouldn't work. He also said the upper Mississippi River Valley would lock up in a loop when you sleep overnight. You have to shut the game down with Task Manager. It was slow to generate course and would get lost or stop in the middle of course. Generating the lands mode, course took forever and would also quit in between lands. Huh, interesting. Let's see. Oh, and look what version I'm using. I mean, I don't suppose that crashing would have something to do with course. Well, yeah, it doesn't seem like that because actually I've kind of, as I've discussed before, I've actually already proved that. I've removed all my mods and the game still crashes. So, I mean, yeah. I suppose I could go update my version of Courseplay one, but I think I've already proved that has nothing to do with it. So, anyway, I'm looking at time with that. It's time to wrap it up here this episode. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time.